In a move that has sent shockwaves through the international community, former President Donald Trump has unveiled a controversial proposal: a complete U.S. takeover of the Gaza Strip. This audacious plan, announced on February 27, 2025, involves resettling Palestinians in Jordan and Egypt. Trump envisions transforming Gaza into a commercial hub, promising a glittering future under U.S. control. Critics highlight numerous logistical, ethical, and legal challenges. The plan evokes dark historical parallels and human rights concerns. Trump's proposal disregards Palestinian self-determination. He insists it will bring peace and prosperity to the region. The feasibility of this transformation remains highly questionable. The cornerstone of Trump's Gaza plan, the displacement of its Palestinian residents, strikes at the very heart of international law. The forced transfer of a civilian population from occupied territory is strictly prohibited under the Fourth Geneva Convention, constituting a grave breach and a war crime. Trump's proposal to relocate millions of Palestinians to Jordan and Egypt is fraught with complications. Both countries, already grappling with significant economic and social challenges, are unlikely to welcome such a massive influx of refugees. The logistical nightmare of coordinating such a transfer, ensuring adequate housing, healthcare, and employment opportunities for millions, is almost unimaginable. Moreover, the plan fails to address the fundamental issue of Palestinian self-determination. Denying an entire population the right to return to their homeland and participate in their own governance is not only morally reprehensible but also a recipe for further conflict and instability. Legal experts have been quick to denounce Trump's proposal as a blatant violation of international law. The International Court of Justice would almost certainly condemn such a move, potentially subjecting the U.S. to sanctions and diplomatic isolation. The plan has drawn comparisons to ethnic cleansing, a term laden with horrific historical baggage. The very notion of forcibly removing a population from its land based solely on ethnicity or religion is abhorrent and has no place in the 21st century. Underlying Trump's audacious Gaza takeover is a strategic calculation rooted in global trade. The Red Sea, a vital maritime artery connecting Asia, Europe, and North America, has become a focal point of geopolitical competition. This narrow waterway handles a staggering 33% of global container shipping, facilitating the swift transit of everything from consumer electronics and automobiles to essential food supplies and industrial chemicals. The Red Sea's significance to the global economy cannot be overstated. Its smooth operation is crucial for maintaining supply chains and facilitating the timely delivery of goods worldwide. For the United States, ensuring the uninterrupted flow of goods through this crucial maritime passage is paramount. The Trump administration views control of the Red Sea as essential for maintaining American economic dominance and countering the growing influence of rivals like China. However, the Red Sea is not without its challenges. In recent years, the narrow Strait of Bab el-Mandeb, connecting the Red Sea to the Gulf of Aden, has become a hotbed of piracy and geopolitical tensions. The ongoing conflict in Yemen, where Houthi rebels have been battling a Saudi-led coalition, has spilled over into the maritime domain, posing a significant threat to international shipping. Since October 19, 2023, a series of Houthi attacks targeting commercial vessels in the Red Sea has sent shockwaves through the global shipping industry. These attacks, often involving explosive-laden boats and sophisticated anti-ship missiles, have exposed the vulnerability of this vital maritime route. The economic consequences of these attacks have been significant. Fearing for the safety of their crews and cargo, shipping companies have been forced to divert vessels around the southern tip of Africa via the Cape of Good Hope. This detour adds approximately 4,000 nautical miles to the journey, translating into an additional 2 to 4 days of travel time. The increased distance translates into soaring fuel costs, with some estimates suggesting an additional expense of $2 million per voyage. Insurance premiums for ships transiting the Red Sea have skyrocketed, with some reports indicating a staggering 250% increase. These added costs are inevitably passed down the supply chain, contributing to rising prices for consumers worldwide. The disruption to global trade flows has exacerbated existing inflationary pressures, further straining economies already grappling with the aftermath of the COVID-19 pandemic. The Indian Navy, despite maintaining a significant presence in the region, has struggled to contain the Houthi threat. The rebels, believed to be receiving support from Iran, have proven adept at exploiting the vastness of the Red Sea and launching surprise attacks. Trump's audacious Gaza plan, when viewed through the lens of global trade, takes on a new dimension. By taking control of Gaza, Trump aims to establish a strategic foothold at the mouth of the Red Sea. He envisions a revitalized Gaza with a state-of-the-art port. This hub, under American protection, would serve as a linchpin in global trade. Trump's plan goes beyond securing trade routes. It's a bold gambit to project American power in a contested region. Establishing dominance in Gaza impacts China's Belt and Road Initiative. The implications are far-reaching. China, reliant on the Red Sea, would view this with alarm. The potential for escalating tensions is undeniable. European allies fear being caught in the crossfire. The stability of the global trading system could be damaged. Trump's unwavering support for Israel and his hawkish stance towards Iran have heightened tensions in the region. The former president's open contemplation of military action against Iran's nuclear facilities has raised fears of a wider regional conflict. The international community has responded to Trump's Gaza proposal with near-universal condemnation. The United Nations has denounced the plan as tantamount to ethnic cleansing, calling for its immediate withdrawal. The European Union, a staunch supporter of a two-state solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict, has expressed grave concerns about the plan's legality and its potential to further destabilize the region. Human rights organizations have been particularly vocal in their criticism, accusing Trump of violating fundamental principles of international law and human dignity. Amnesty International has called the plan a recipe for disaster, warning of potential war crimes and crimes against humanity. Even some of America's closest allies have distanced themselves from Trump's proposal. The United Kingdom, Canada, and Australia have all expressed reservations, urging restraint and dialogue. The plan has further isolated the U.S. on the world stage, damaging its credibility and undermining its ability to act as a mediator in international conflicts. Trump's Gaza plan, even if never implemented, casts a long shadow over the already fragile peace process in the Middle East. The unilateral nature of the proposal, developed without any consultation with Palestinian leaders or regional stakeholders, has further eroded trust and diminished the prospects for a negotiated settlement. The plan's blatant disregard for international law and human rights sets a dangerous precedent, potentially emboldening other actors to pursue similar policies of annexation and displacement. The long-term consequences of such actions are difficult to overstate. The potential for increased violence, instability, and human suffering is undeniable. The Middle East, already grappling with multiple conflicts and a humanitarian crisis of staggering proportions, can ill afford further instability. Trump's audacious, some might say reckless, Gaza proposal has once again thrust the Israeli-Palestinian conflict into the global spotlight. The plan, a dangerous mix of geopolitical ambition, disregard for international law, and a blatant disregard for Palestinian self-determination, has been met with widespread condemnation and disbelief. While the feasibility of implementing such a plan remains highly questionable, the damage to America's standing in the world and the potential for further inflaming an already volatile region are undeniable. The international community must remain vigilant in upholding international law and human rights, and in seeking a just and lasting solution to the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The alternative, a future marked by endless conflict and suffering, is simply too grim to contemplate.